of the relationships of all the different species of literally all the birds in the world. And so what I did was I mapped onto this tree at the very tips of the tree, which represent each species, which kind of traits they had. And then from that, I could kind of estimate going backwards in time. So from these two species, what was their ancestor? What was that most likely? And then this one and this one, what was their most likely ancestor? And by doing that, I could kind of reach back into time, into like, all these species and lineages that have been extinct for, ages. And there's no possible way we would be able to go and observe like what their mating behaviors were or what their songs sounded like. So this is kind of the best way we have to reconstruct that history. So the hypothesis was that we would expect that certain lineages that have are polygynous might have higher song or syllable repertoires. We did not find that at all. There was in fact just no kind of relationship. Okay, interesting. So what we did then was we looked at how quickly it was evolving in different songs were evolving in different lineages. Because since we also know like both the topology of the tree, so how different species are actually related, we also know, because this tree was built based on genetics, we know approximately how long ago these species diverged. So we have this time element as part of it. So because of that, we can get evolutionary rate. So through that, we're able to look at how the rate of change happens differently, whether it's in a monogamous lineage or polygynous lineage. So what we found is that it's far more complex than what Darwin and others were predicting. And what we actually found was that instead of evolving song in one direction in like under polygyny, it evolved just more quickly, kind of going back and forth. And more specifically, polygyny not only makes song evolve more quickly, it makes it evolve towards moderate values. So what we were able to show was that in polygynous lineages, it's not the highest syllable repertoires that are the best, like the most adaptive, and also it's not the lowest that are adaptive. In fact, both of those states are, not good for a polygynous species. So instead, we see these songs evolving towards moderation, moderate values. There's this happy medium for polygynous males to sing that balances probably, it has to be complex enough for the females to actually be attracted, but it can't be so complex that they spend too much time, singing and making sure that all females know just how many syllables they know. Because ultimately, they're not really looking for a long-term mate. It's like, in that step. So it's a really interesting finding that kind of gives a different, kind of way of looking at what sexual selection kind of does in these species. So it kind of opens up a lot of new doors, a lot of different questions that we'll be interested to follow up on in the future.
Thank you so much, Kate Snyder. Everyone, was that so great? Can we give her
And just like how political candidates often don't know what they're talking about, our debaters also will not know the topic of their debate. However, they will have very talented political aides who will be able to mime but not speak and try to help them guess what topic they're debating. All right, so on the count of three, we're going to say, get out of here, and send our debaters out of the room. 1, 2, 3. Get out of here!
Go faster!
All right, now to get us started, we're going to need a long multisyllabic adjective, like contentious or
Flagrant.
flagrant.
No.
That's only 2.
Yeah.
Fragrant? We'll take it. Fragrant. Next, we're going to need a long multisyllabic noun, such as hippopotamus or phalange.
Phalange.
And next, we're going to need a verb, maybe one that ends in ate, like accelerate.
Fornicate.
Okay, police, anybody want to
Okay, so the three words are fragrant,
Phalanges.
phalanges, should or should not fornicate. Fragrant, phalanges, should or should not fornicate. Okay, on the count of three, when I center plate is back in the room. 1, 2, 3. Okay, but get back in here. 1, 2, 3. Get back in here! Okay, so while if our players are on the right track, we're going to give them a little golf clap to encourage them. Can we hear what that sounds like? Okay, and if they're getting more on the right track, we clap louder. And if they say the actual words, we're going to go absolutely crazy. Okay, what does that sound like? Now, by virtue of a coin toss, we're going to start with Lindsay.
So I did some computational analysis recently, and I've discovered that mediocrity in perfumery is really the bad going. Fragrance is
Thomas. Fragrant.
Unlike my opponent, I have the best smells. I am so fragrant. I will look at all my constituents and be like, what is right here? And I will give them the best snake dance possible. My opponent doesn't have dance moves, so she cannot get the best mates. Unlike me, I have the most mates. Because of my dance moves, doing a kind of a rhythm, back and forth. You know, like that drinky bird who drinks water. That's what I will be. I will get down on my knees like Tim Tebow, and I will pray for all of you. I will be tall, I will be short, I will leapfrog into all of your hearts. This is what we will always need to get through.
as I was saying previously, that the jazz fingers
Now, unlike my opponent, I am great at music. I have the best jazz fingers. My hands are so huge compared to my opponent's. Hands, I have 5 digits. You can say
digital times are upon us. When we look at fragrant beings of finger letters, finger puppets, they are the most critical keys to our future. Yes, finger puppets. When you use both hands,
unlike my opponent, I will use both hands to set everything up in front of me. I will put one brick on the down at a time. I will dig that hole that is democracy. I will set down the plant with my bare hands, and it will grow up into the new society that we all have. My very large hands, with my digits, even all.
digits. Fingers are more important than digits because they're part of our body and we need our body. So, what I am trying to tell you is that by viewing through the telescope of time, I will do my best to change the channel from what has been to what will be. Movies tell us.
Using my hands, my digits, or some science will even say metacarpals, what we will all need to get there. I will take, like a flamingo, I will do the right procedure to get there. One toe, finger, and digit at a time. And bring us all up there. I can then take the whole world in a circle while balancing like an angel. You may say I'm a little teapot, but I'm not short and stout like my opponent. I will take that semicircle that is this democracy, and I will move it forward while balancing on one foot.
We have joints in our bodies in an L shape, like we are the village men of our times, creating scenes with our limbs because the oceans are upon us. Finger joints.
My opponent can't even use words properly. I always have complete senses. I will lift the dirt up from the ground with my bare hands. I will then put the dirt back on after I have done it. I will then put the rocks that are there with my bare hands, my digits, the skeleton that is beneath me. We all live in the digital age, but here is where we'll come together. 5 fingers is the name of the gang that I just reached out to recently. They are on board. Number 1 is the first thing that I told them is my policy. The number 1 policy in the world. It will be a triangle, a half circle that we will come together to the shoulder and the heart is society. It is a rather big society.
Fingerling. Swimming. We are now swimming through the times of our youth. And we must take care to salt the pizza for our posterity. Growing up from the ground, sod that will sprout trees of life. I once went to Michigan to bring back some plant life to state.
My opponent has never been in Michigan. I, on the other hand, am strong, and I will throw everything I need out there. I will cut that meat like the local butcher who I met with last week. We are all friends in this. My opponent thinks it's a finger trap, but it's really demonic. I will gun down. No one will be gunned down. Yes. It will be very. We will fire away to democracy and peace. That is the fingers of the nation. 5 fingers, but most of us have. 5 fingers here, 5 fingers over here. Ring finger. There's lots of different fingers. Let's name them all. Pinky finger, index finger, rocks finger.
Like Michigan, I also went to New York to the Finger Lakes and ate, drank some coffee, and got sick. Got very sick. I coughed so much that I vomited. And that's when I learned that while reading the paper, my opponent believed in gun law, or not gun laws. I love eating with my counting digits. That's the new lingo for fingers. You have to keep up with the times, okay? Fingers.
Freddy got fingered. So you know she has terrible taste. I, on the other hand, have excellent taste. I will push each button in the elevator. With my index finger, I will open doors for you. Walk right in. Push every button that is necessary to bring us forward. I will then paint the sides of America with freedom. Using a brush side to side. By opening the door, walking in, holding things and moving them like a butterfly. The little flap that is America. It's like a picture book for us all. And with me as a leader, we can all get back into this society together. Using my very strong fingers.
I was very deep in thought because it's very important that we get all of the news straight. When we change the light bulbs, when we screw or unscrew light bulbs, it's very important to use safety. Twist. What? When we all need to take a deep breath and focus our energy. In the ground, in the earth, there are many things that we can learn, swim through, because there's also water on this earth. We take a scoop of water in our hands, we hold and throw it. We take water and we throw it.
So we would fling.
Okay? Perhaps we would fling it.
My opponent is just flinging shit at the wall. I, on the other hand, am going to use my forearm to get the best strength. Again, I do not know anatomy as well as there are various muscles needed to play skee ball. And this is the America that when everyone will have the ability to fling, to play skee ball, we will be the flingers. It will be fling the #1 flinger, the index finger of flingers.
We are going to fling and eat and sweat. Oh, because we are so desperate for change. So desperate for change that I'm going to cough. We're going to fling.
We are going to fling America into the 21st century. You heard it here first. We will take our angels, our teepees, our triangles that we will need. We will fling the teepees into the 21st century, like the YMCA. First, the first letter of YMCA is obviously Y. Which is what my opponent, she doesn't know letters. She has the worst letters. I will be flingy, and then use the fling that will get us there. By flinging everything we can together, I will reach the top of the top for all of you. I will throw the football that is justice to our great president, Grover Cleveland of the past. It will be a flingy America for us all. Very flingy, we will de-fling this, pro-fling this, everything needed to work. We will then take the Y.